Well, we're mudlarking and fossil hunting on the Severn Beach.
Right, so we're down on the actual beach area. There's like a pier thing there, which is leading out to a big, huge electric pylon. And you can possibly hear the noise of the road. It is constant, the rumble. So now let's have a look, see what we can see. So keep your eyes peeled and yell if you see something, just in case I miss it. Rock here, and can you see there seem to be very tiny fossils in there? That's quite nice. And can you see the lines in that? That's really interesting. And also, there we go. So that's quite nice. Our first 3 fossil finds. Look in there. You can see more shells too. And I'm seeing quite a few of these, which are like the holes that possibly mussel shells have come out of. Well, fossilised mussel shells. Let's keep looking. Ah, look there. Is that a shrimp? There, fossilised. I think it is, isn't it? Oh, that is gorgeous. I'll have to double check when I get home, but I think that's possibly a fossilised shrimp. Fingers crossed. Oh no, that's a nice lump of driftwood. If you live near here with a log burner, you could probably keep your fire going from all the bits of wood that wash up here. It just goes to show just how high the tide comes too, because that's a high tide line. And if we look down, there in the distance, not the first grey you see, but where you see the rippling further down again, is where the edge of the water is at the moment. Right, let's get on with it before the tide comes in. It's very muddy, but I found this big lump of quartz. If I put my hand by it, you can see the size on that. That's lovely. I can't take it down to the water's edge to wash it because there's a lot of mud between me and that water, and some of that mud is quite treacherous. Oh wow, I was so pleased with my bit of quartz, but look at this. Let's climb over these bumpy rocks. Can you see this? It just looks like lumps of salt. It's all sticking out of the ground. But look at that. See if I can get it with the sun shining on it nicely. Isn't that pretty? As we're getting nearer the underside of the bridge, we're finding more and more of this quartzy stuff. From time to time you'll hear that noise in the background. That's coming from the firing range of the army base, which is across the other side of the estuary. A bit unnerving when you hear people shooting very close, but I think I'm safe. And Phil is somewhere in the distance. He's obviously been distracted by finding things. I can see him hitting things with his hammer. I wonder if he's got anything exciting. Well, we're going to carry on and go right under the bridge and see if there's anything exciting on the other side. Right, I'm nearly underneath the Severn crossing. You can see the pillars there. There's a little bit of a rumbling. I thought it would be noisier. Surprisingly enough, it's not too bad. So here we are, right underneath the bridge. It isn't too noisy until a big lorry comes over. And then it's very noisy. So here I am on the other side of the Severn Bridge. But I'm a little bit nervous to go any further on my own, because it is so muddy and some of this mud is sinking mud. So I'm going to give that a skip. I'll show you the view from the other side of the Severn Bridge, and we'll go back around the corner and find out where Phil's got to and if he's found anything interesting. Now Phil is there at the bottom of the cliff. I don't know if you can see him. Let's try zooming in. The sun's too bright, so you may be able to see him, maybe not, I can't tell. Here's a big rock. Let's have a look at the fossil in the top of here. Oh, look at that. If I put my hand there, it gives you a bit of an idea of the size on that rock. So no, we're not taking that home with us. Aha. I hear Phil chipping away at a rock. Let's go and see what he's doing. There's a nice fossil here. I just kicked the rock as I was walking by. It cracked and you could see that. And also, there's this here. If you pick it up, it almost looks like it could be one of those devil's toenails. It possibly is. I think it's a mussel shell, isn't it? Very nice. Hello, Mr. Digger. What have you found?
Those, eh?
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
And then on the back as well.
Lots of shell fossils.
Totally set into stone.
Oh, that looks like a mussel or something was in there. Fossilised mussel has now fallen out.
Yeah. Shape. I seen the shape there, so I'll pick it up and have a look at it when we get home.
Oh, look at that one. It's interesting.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
It is.
I think I got another one like that. That.
Oh yes, very nice.
And I just picked that up because it's pretty.
I know, there's lots of... Oh, that's like a rose quartz, that one. I like that. Show us again.
There we go.
It's like a rose quartz, isn't it? Very nice. No, don't worry.
So you've got one there, so that is similar to that there. So you've got that one there with the raised end. That one's a more mussel shape. There's one there, one there.
Very nice. I think somebody said you can find jet here. Now that's quite black. I don't know if it's jet though. We'll pop it in the bag. But also, this one caught my eye. Look at that. That's really interesting, isn't it? Look at the texture from all those little shells or whatever they are. Very nice. Oh, what have you seen?
I don't know, is that something?
Let's have a look. Oh yes, that's definitely a fossil. Another pretty one. Now, do you think this is some sort of bone? I was wondering if it's a broken vertebrae, because it has this raised edge around here on both sides. It's not complete if it is a vertebrae, but it's very interesting. I'll be keeping this too. I'm not going all the way down there onto the mud, but anybody fancy seeing some squelchy wellies in some mud? That is what it's like, and it's only about 2 or 3 inches here, and I really have trouble getting my wellies back out. It's not so bad there because it's not only about 1 inch deep, but you can hear the suction. If you got yourself into trouble down there, there's no way you're going to rescue yourself. And it wouldn't be a day at the beach without finding a tennis ball.
So, time for us to head home now until next time, but if you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe. We'd love to be able to keep in touch, so put a comment below, that would be great, and we'll answer it. And if you can share the video with friends, fantastic. Anyway, till next time, bye.